Welcome back, everyone. It has been one of the biggest mysteries raging across the internet and business worlds. Who is Satoshi Nakamoto? The man who created Bitcoin is known as the father of Bitcoin, the online currency now worth billions. Take a look at this scene last night after Newsweek published an article claiming the man in these images is the Bitcoin founder. Hordes of reporters chasing him, chasing the man who may just be Nakamoto in front of his Los Angeles home. So is it him? The reporter who first found this man is joining us now live. Leah McGrath-Goodman, a senior writer at Newsweek, and the reporter who investigated this piece in Newsweek, the face behind Bitcoin. Leah, thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
So this was a 2-month investigation that you did, right?
Yeah, it was 2 months of almost obsessive sifting through information.
And I want to get to how you found this man. But first, when you see the scenes, when you see the video outside of this man's home, it's caused quite a stir. Why do you think this is Satoshi Nakamoto?
Obviously, it's not what I wanted to see, people mobbing this man. That was unfortunate, I think. But the reason we think it's him is we went through, I don't know how many leads, and the process of this research isn't about proving who someone might be. It's about eliminating possibility. So for every person, you say, why might it not be them? And with this man, we could never find how it might not be him. So when I interviewed him, it was, are you not this man? And he made it clear to me, he acknowledged Bitcoin and said, I am no longer involved in it, I'm no longer connected with it, and other people are in charge of it now, but I don't want to talk about it.
So all roads kind of led to this door, to this conversation that you had with him. Since then, after the piece was released, you've had these scenes outside his home and other reporters trying to speak with him. Both the Associated Press and the LA Times, they confronted him, and in part, when he's spoken to them, he said that he was never involved, and he also said that that conversation that you had with him was misunderstood. Does his denial after the fact to these reporters, he said, it's not me, I'm not that man. Does that change anything for you?
Well, of course, I'm interested in what he had to say to them. And I talked to a number of the people who were on site yesterday, including, I think, a couple of the key people. And what they told me was the way he represented our conversation was so far different from what happened that made me think he wasn't trying to be truthful at that point. I guess if he had said something about maybe I just misunderstood, although I'm certain he didn't.
So you're certain your conversation happened the way it is? You did not misunderstand?
But he took it to another level. He said he thought I was talking about Quotron, which a journalist showed him an article in which I said he had worked at Quotron, and he said, oh, yes, that's what I thought she meant. And I thought that that was very not true to the conversation he and I had. I think he knows that as well.
So then take me back just very briefly. How did you did an exhaustive search of databases and records, but what was it that finally connected you with him? How did you find him?
Well, I mean, his address was posted, so once we saw the name that he's using now, it's easy enough to find where he is.
So would you say he was hiding in plain sight?
I would say he was hiding in plain sight, absolutely.